Today I want to show you how to make a positive negative image like this in Illustrator. The only thing that's missing from this one is my border around the sides. And it's just a simple exercise. So I want to show you how the text do this interesting effect that it's doing, and also show you how you can change the size, you can rotate the text, all kinds of things like that. So let's get started. We're going to make a new document, and it's going to have a width of 11 and a height of 14. Okay, so width of 11, height of 14, say OK. There it is, and I'm going to move it over here. Hello. And before I get started, I want to set up something called a guide on this so I know that I have a 1-inch border. To do that, I'm going to go to View, Rulers, Show Rulers. And if I come over here to the side where the ruler is, this is kind of interesting. So not from up here, but here, and I just drag to the 1-inch mark. There's my 1 inch. And if you're having trouble seeing the 1 inch, you can always expand out until you see that inch, but there it is. You can see I get this blue line. It's an invisible line called a guide. I'm going to do the same thing right here. So got that so far. And I want to continue until I have a 1-inch border. So I'm going to drag this to the 10 and then finally drag one to the 13, which is this mark for me right there. So here I go. And there it is. Oops, that didn't work. If it's not in the right place, I don't know how to actually move the guide once it's there, but I do know if I go to Edit, Undo Ruler Guides, it'll take out the last guide. So I will redo that and drag this down here. There we go. So I've got my guides. If you ever want to make the guides invisible, you just go to View, Guides, Hide Guides. Or if the guides are all messed up, you can clear the guides, but that means that they're gone forever. So I'm just going to, hide guides, but I want to see my guides. So guides, show guides. See, kind of nice. All right, text. So I'm going to grab my T right here, and it brings me up here so I can see I'm working with the Text Myriad Pro. I want to change that. I'm not quite sure what I want yet, so I'm going to go to Character, and if I click here, you can see I get to see a preview of all the different types of text that there is. I want something kind of bold. I'm not quite sure what. Ooh, I kind of like this modern number 5. Let me grab that. I'm going to play around with that for a little bit. And got it. And of course, it's giving me this option right here. What size do I want? Don't worry about that right now, but here's the trick. When you do this next part, you've got your text box right here. Here's what not to do. Do not drag and drop, because then you end up with something like this. And if I put the text in there like that and I want to change it, I have to do it the hard way by selecting it and coming over here and then manually changing it, which is okay, but I find that to be a bummer. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click once. So there's the 5. It looks the same, but you notice there's no text box around it. Instead, when I grab my selection tool right here, I get a bounding box. So now if I want to go ahead and drag this, I can change this, I can flip it, I can rotate it, I can do all kinds of different things to it relatively easily. I can come over here and rotate it like that. Whee! So for me personally, that's just so much easier for what we're doing than this. This is useful for different kinds of things. I think I'll play around with that number 5. I kind of like it. It's kind of funky looking. In fact, well, I don't know, maybe I'll do something with numbers in general. It's just an exercise. Ooh, 4. There we go. Yeah. And maybe 4 is going to be really big. Change the size of these. Why do they all have to be the same size? I think I'll have 4 rest on that guide down there. I'm kind of curious what I'm going to do with that. I don't know yet. I'm going to keep going. By the way, I have a fill of black and no stroke. Again, fill of black, no stroke. That's important. I will explain why later. But, okay, so I'm going to keep going. Ooh, 3, yeah, okay. You know what? 3 is going to go upside down. Why? Because I just feel like it. And I think I'm going to make 3 so enormously big that, gosh, it won't make me let it get bigger. Nope, not 4, 3. Why is it not doing that? There we are. So for some reason, I don't know why, it's just being picky when I try to make this bigger, but whatever. I'm going to just keep playing around with it. Okay, so I'm basically I'm creating a positive negative shape or composition using these numbers. And I still want this to be bigger. Stretch this out. And actually, I don't want to see all of there. I just kind of dig these things. So I don't like how busy this is getting already. So I'm going to move my 5. Come on, 5. If you're having trouble doing that, go to layers. Where are my layers? There they are. And I'm going to lock 3 so I can grab 5 and I'll move that over. There we are. Okay, that's better already. So very exciting stuff here, people. All right, and 1. Yeah, 1. Here we are. I think that's my 1. Let's see if it's so small I can't even see it. Gosh, is this a 1? I don't know what that is. I'll just do that again. 1. There we are. Okay. All right, so you get the idea so far. So fill your image with numbers, like so, or letters of your choice. It can be your initials. It could be maybe just like one word, but that's how you're going to get started.